Hello, hello. Lakeisha-mcknight is here. Welcome everyone to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I'm your host, and I'm your leadership specialist and your wealth mentor. Welcome aboard, everybody. It's 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live right here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Okay, Chesapeake, Virginia. That is what we are. This is where I am, right? And so I want to welcome you all here. Right now, we're live on Facebook. We're live on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, over at the leadershiptkostation.com website. I want to welcome everyone here. And this is a show that we do every single evening around about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we say around about because we have different events that goes on. Okay, because my company, we collaborate with yet another company because we want to help people to build wealth. And as a result, we want people to be plugged into special trainings. And so we do have a training that's coming up, but we wanted to make sure that we touched bases with you on tonight. And so welcome aboard, everyone. Now, remember, this show, the purpose is really to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. That is what it's all about here with the show. And so I have a very special message that I do want to share with each and every one of you. And it's an image that I'm going to share because I want to ask you the big question. Do you have 5% wealth or do you have 95%? Are you a part of the 5%? Or are you a part of the 95% that has wealth? What area, what part of the population do you want to be a part of? What is your goal when it comes to building wealth and generating income within your home? Now, here's what I will share with you, okay? And share something very powerful. This is another resource that I do recommend for those of you who are really trying to grow your income. You're trying to figure out how to really create more cash flow in your life. This is a book by Robert Kiyosaki. I have referenced this book before. It's Cash Flow Quadrant, Your Guide to Financial Freedom. So if you're wanting to establish financial freedom, this is one of the books that you need to have a part of your library that's really going to help you to figure that out. Okay, figure it all out. But if you want a quick little snapshot of what this is all about, you can see right here. Okay, right here in this image, it shares with you the cash flow quadrant, 4 ways to produce income. So the general ways that people produce income, you either have that linear income or you have, of course, leveraged and residual income. Leverage and residual. And so Robert Kiyosaki in the book there talks about 4 quadrants, right? And he talks about the E quadrant, which stands for employee. He talks and references the S quadrant, which is self-employed, and then the B quadrant, which is the business owner quadrant, and then lastly, the I quadrant, right? And so you want to ask yourself, where are you presently, in these quadrants? Are you primarily an employee? Are you primarily self-employed, a business owner, or an investor? Now, we do know that if you're on the left side, so if you're a part of the E quadrant or you're a part of the S quadrant, please understand that you, for the most part, have linear income. You see a part of the E quadrant, you're really exchanging your time for dollars. Okay, you're exchanging your time for fiat currency. So you have no leverage because you're the only one doing the work. And if you're not working, if you're not exchanging your time, you're not getting any money. You don't have any cash flow. And see, there's very little opportunity to be able to generate wealth. Okay? Very little. See, it's based on the amount of active work that really determines your income. So if you stop working, your income stops. That's essentially what's going on. You stop working, your income stops. So the question at hand is, how long do you want to work? Right? How long do you want to work? Many people talk about retirement. Well, if you're just staying employed, by the time you get to maybe about 65, most people nowadays realize when they try to leave at 65, it's not enough to live off of. Any type of plan that you thought you had, or if it's connected to the US dollar, guess what? It is not enough. And most people have to go back and get yet another job so that they can continue to live when they thought that they were going to be able to quote unquote retire. So have a plan. If you're trying to really truly live the best years of your life, really should be every day. That's the best time of your life. But if you're really trying to enjoy those latter years of your life, you want to make sure you're planning accordingly. You want to make sure that you're going to have continual cash flow coming in. And being in the E quadrant by itself is not going to get it done. Okay? Then you have the S quadrant. This is where you own a job. So you don't have a job, but you own a job, being self-employed. So about a huge percentage of our population may find themselves here. 95%. Okay, 95. So again, it's still really based on active work. It's based on the work that you perform. So if you're not doing the work, again, being this expert, a part of the self-employed quadrant, then you're going to find yourself not having money. So you're still exchanging time for fiat currency or for dollars. So again, there's no leverage. There's no leverage for the most part. But let's talk about the right side of the quadrant. You got the B quadrant. You got the I quadrant. What's going on there? B stands for business owner. Now, when you're a business owner, you actually own a system, right? You own a system. And you're building wealth. You have leverage because you have a system in place. And most people, for people in this quadrant here, your income does not necessarily depend on active work. Your income is really based on leveraging the efforts of other people or other resources that you have in place. So you have systems. So maybe a system of resources or a system of people. Think about it in terms of the big businesses, the franchises that you see today, or, a lot of them may be actually ending, but the bigger ones that you see today, they have systems in place. So there's a whole lot of leverage there. And so it's all a matter of leveraging the system. And you don't have to physically, consistently put the work in. You can sow those seeds now and see the harvest come forth. And it continues to bring in that harvest for you, whether you're sleeping or not, whether you're out, going out and traveling the world or not. It's bringing in revenue for you still because you've sown those seeds, a part of the system. And there's duplication going on. There's so much to talk about when it comes to being a business owner. But that's the quadrant that I advise you to be in. Of course, Robert Kiyosaki says that you ought to be in that quadrant too, if you really want to build wealth and you want to take advantage of leverage. But how about the I quadrant? Being an investor. This is where you're owning investments, right? There's not a lot of people in the population here, but this is a way to go. It really, truly is. This is where you're having your money to work harder for you. You're hiring your money. You're telling those dollars, that fiat currency, where you want it to go. And it's important that you pay attention to every dollar that you get. What are you going to do with the dollar that comes in? Whether it be $5,000, whether it be $400, what are you going to do with every dollar that comes into your home? Are you going to cause it to grow? Are you going to use a lot of it to spend? You see, one habit that millionaires engage in is that they first pay themselves. It's not in what you think. They don't save dollars because dollars are only good for spending, because its value is decreasing and is no longer connected to an asset any longer. It used to be, but the value of it has decreased significantly to the point where you do not just want to hold on to it. It's dying. So what do? You place those dollars that doesn't have much value into a vehicle that will cause it to grow. That's like sowing a seed into a ground so the harvest can come forth. So you want to make sure you're sowing that seed, that fiat currency, that dollar, into something that's going to cause it to blossom and grow. There are powerful vehicles out there, but one vehicle that I'm going to recommend to you, and this is something that millionaires do, is they acquire assets. For example, gold. Gold is an asset. Physical 24-karat gold would be recommended. And there's a system out there where you can be both a part of the B quadrant and the I quadrant. And this is a system provided by, of course, you might see the name on the t-shirt, right? It's a system provided by a company by the name of Karatbars International. It's an e-commerce company. It's not an MLM, nor is it a network marketing opportunity. But it gives you, the common individual, all of us, the opportunity to become business owners, where you do not have to have any startup fees. There are no required monthly fees. The only thing required is that you have a dream. You have a huge why. Why do you want to become a business owner? Why do you want to build wealth? Because a part of the system with this, you're going to have, a mastermind of professionals who are going to support you and want to encourage you to grow. When you win, right? We all win because it's all about sweat equity as well as group economics. And we're going to be talking more about that actually right now because there is a training that's starting right now as I'm chatting with you, as it's about 9:01 p.m. And so here's what I'm going to advise you to do. For those of you who want financial freedom, if you know someone who desires financial freedom, encourage yourself to want to learn about a wealth system where they can be business owners and they can be an investor under one company where you do not have to have any startup fees. You can simply start learning, and then there are going to be recommendations that they're going to make. So you want to make sure you follow the recommendations so you can see results in your life. So I wanted to share this with you because I believe this is a great segue into or transitioning into the training that's starting right now. So here's how you can, number one, learn how to plug into the system. Simple way. For those of you who are watching this on my timeline or perhaps on YouTube, I recommend that you send me an inbox message or that you go to leadersbuildwealth.com. That's where you're going to find more information. But if you're watching this on someone else's timeline, if someone shared this video with you directly, or it's on their timeline, get back with them and let them know that you want information about this amazing wealth building system. It's a system. It's not really a business. It's a system. And you're leveraging it. You're moving money around so that you can grow it, okay? And so that you can achieve financial freedom. That's what it's all about. So listen up, get plugged in to the system for free, knock that out, get that part over with. And we would love to see you over at goldrocks.info. You need to download the Zoom app first. Download the app and then meet us on over there. Okay? Goldrocks.info. It should transition you onto the platform where we are going to be getting access to amazing training on how to build wealth. So again, thank you so very much for your time on tonight. Really appreciate your time. Be sure to do a couple of things for me. Love this stream. For those of you who are on Facebook, if you're on another platform, there should be a heart nearby. Hit the heart button if you found this content to be very, very helpful. Also, share this out to everyone you know and everyone you care about. Let them know that they have options and that based on what their end goal is, they want to choose the right option. So thank you so much. Meet you over at goldrocks.info. And for everyone else, I'll definitely be here with the Leadership TKO Live Night Show tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.